Well, this isn't gonna be another video about how Valve made Half-Life and revolutionized video games and changed the industry, first with its epic environmental storytelling and then by its crazy mechanics. You already know that. You have already played the games and watched hundreds of videos about it. They don't like to make a sequel which is simply a copy-paste of the previous game, but they like to add something new to it. They like to make it better than the last one by raising the bar. So I won't repeat the things you already know. I will just talk about my experience with Half-Life, why I love it, and my wishes and expectations for the future of the Half-Life universe. Now, first of all, some people might think I love Half-Life because I first played it as a child, so it gives me nostalgic vibes. No. I never finished Half-Life when I was a kid. I had it on my PC, but I just remember opening it and closing it. And the reason is that I was just stupid and impatient enough not to wait till the end of the train ride. It caused me not to experience one of the greatest games of all time as a kid. Years and years later, we moved to another country, so I actually stopped playing video games for a while because I had to concentrate on learning the language, the school, my laptop wasn't powerful enough for the new games, etc. But somehow I saw that the Valve Complete Pack was on sale on Steam. It was really cheap compared to the initial price. I look at which games are in the pack. I see lots of games I already heard of many times but never tried, so I bought the pack in 2017. A few years later, if I'm not wrong, I restarted playing video games. Well, actually I restarted playing new video games because I replayed a few games I already had on my laptop during that 2-year gap. Then I wanted to play some new stuff. I told myself, yeah, my PC is not so powerful, but I can play lots of old games on it. So I started playing the first Half-Life. I like FPS games and I love science fiction stories. Half-Life was the perfect mix for me. I was 10 minutes into the game, already had tons of questions. I loved that mysterious atmosphere of the game and slowly discovering what's really going on. The mystery behind the aliens, trying to reach the Lambda core while fighting both the aliens and the soldiers, trying to figure out what's going on in Black Mesa and who is this dude following my ass everywhere. And also, the game wasn't just about walking and shooting everything you see. It also had many puzzles, so it was giving you some time to relax and breathe without all the gunshot sounds. I'm not even talking about those banger soundtracks.
Protective system.
Most of the simulation
mission level monitoring. Activate communications interface.
But even at the end of the game, we still don't know who this guy really is. A few months later, in 2020, COVID hits and we go into lockdown. I start playing Half-Life 2. This motherfucker wakes us up.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and shine.
And god damn, what just happened to Earth?
No matter how many times I've been relocated, I never get used to it.
You have chosen or been chosen to relocate to one of our finest remaining urban centers.
Don't drink the water. They put something in it to make you forget. I don't even remember how I got here. Dr. Breen again? I was hoping I'd seen the last of him in City 14. I wouldn't say that too loud. This is his base of operations. This is how it always starts. First the building, then the whole block. They have no reason to come to our place. Don't worry, they'll find one.
Who are these guys? What happened after Black Mesa? And again, I have tons of questions in my mind. We meet our allies quickly, and this time we have side characters with names and faces, which is good. The graphics and faces of NPCs are insane. The animations, facial expressions of the NPCs are next level compared to the other games that came out in the same years. And that gravity gun, all the things you can use as ammunition, this is crazy. As if it isn't enough already, in the last chapters of the game they supercharge the gravity gun and basically give you some kind of god mode.
Power at 400% capacity.
How about that?
This is so satisfying to be able to move anything you want. There are a lot more that I can say about Half-Life 2, but the video will be really long. And I didn't even mention the banger soundtracks again. Well, what I mean is, from the beginning of Half-Life 2 to end of episode 2, this game is legendary. I also played Half-Life 2 Lost Coast, but it is basically a technology demo. I finished Black Mesa, fan-made remake of Half-Life, and I really loved it. It was pretty interesting, and they really made a good remake. The Zen parts of the game especially amazing. It was visually stunning, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't play the Blue Shift and Opposing Force, what a shame, but I'm currently playing Half-Life Alyx. I haven't finished it yet, but I already know it is the best VR game I've ever played, the best one so far. Now, let's talk about Half-Life 3. Today's date is November 19th, and there were lots of people who were expecting Half-Life 3 to be announced yesterday. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Even before playing the games, I knew that Half-Life 3 was a legend and people were making jokes about it, etc. So when I finished Half-Life 2 Episode 2, I thought, well, that's it. They won't release a new game anytime soon, so personally, I never had a hope for Half-Life 3. But in the past 2 years, a lot of things have happened. Hundreds of leaks, Valve announcing new devices. But the main things that got me hyped for a new game were what Gabe said in the end of Half-Life 2 20th anniversary documentary and Mike Shapiro's post on January 1st. Let's hear what Gabe said.
The ending of Half-Life Alyx is somewhat a self-critical realization, so that was super satisfying, and all credit to the people who are specifically involved in that decision and those sets of designs. I think that Half-Life represents a tool we have and promises made to customers to capitalize on innovation and opportunities to build game experiences that haven't been involved previously. And I think that there are no shortage of those opportunities facing us as an industry right now.
What do you mean by that?
And I am sure you already saw Mike Shapiro's video. These are straight messages from Valve's team, from the CEO of the company and an actor of an important character from Half-Life. And we know that Valve likes to announce new things around November, and we also saw that they changed the autumn sales dates and left the gap between November 18th and December 8th. When you put these facts with these two videos together, we can say they might announce a new game before the new year. I don't know if it's gonna be a Half-Life 3 or Half-Life 2 Episode 3, but in my opinion, the best is to make a Episode 3 first, and then to conclude the story with G-Man and Zen, all of these things, make a Half-Life 3. I also don't know how are they gonna manage to do it, because in my opinion, again, they have a story. They have a good story, because if they didn't have a story, they wouldn't connect Half-Life Alyx directly to ending of episode 2 and change the timeline a little bit. Also that we don't know if they're gonna make a linear timeline, or are they gonna be two timelines at the same time, one where we play as Gordon Freeman and the other one as Alyx. And in the end of the story, they will somehow connect these two timelines. I don't know how parallel universe things works in Half-Life's universe. I don't even know if they're gonna explain who G-Man really is. I don't know, maybe it's the best if they don't really explain who G-Man really is, because the the mystery of G-Man makes him a better character. All these years we're hyped about the Half-Life 3 because we don't know who G-Man is, and I don't know if it has a mysterious vibe, and I like it. Yeah, I just like it. So maybe it could be better if they hide his true identity or reveal it so we can all die in peace. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'd appreciate it if you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.